Good morning, everyone. It is Pastor Bob with another Daily Bible Reading Insight. Today is day 55 and 56. It is our weekend edition. We've got a lot of reading. I would recommend splitting it up. A little bit Saturday, a little bit Sunday. Maybe a little bit Saturday morning, a little bit Saturday evening, Sunday morning, Sunday evening. I don't know. We're in 2 Chronicles 10 through 15, and we read the heartbreaking breakup of the tribes of Israel. 10 go north, 2 go south. And then we have John 13, where we read Peter's denial to Jesus, and then also John 14. We're going to spend some time in John 14. Before we go into it, this is just a reminder that it is extremely helpful to have some working knowledge, not only of the Bible, but of biblical times, of the culture, of the mores, of the thinking, pulling scripture, pulling lessons directly out of Jesus's time and previous times and just plopping them into our world rarely produces edification, illumination, knowledge, or moving us close to God. Maybe sometimes hit or miss, but rarely it does. So let me read this to you. I'm going to read the first 7 verses of chapter 14, very well-known verses. Jesus says, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God and trust also in me. There is more than enough room in my Father's house." I love that. Room for everybody. If this were not so, would I have told you that I'm going to prepare a place for you? When everything is ready, I will come and get you so that you will always be with me where I am, and you know the way to where I'm going. "No, we don't, Lord," Thomas said. Don't you love Thomas and his honesty? Most of us would just be like putting our head down, like, I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm too scared to say anything. Thomas is like, we don't know where you're going. "We have no idea where you're going, so how can we know the way?" he says. Jesus tells them this: "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. If you had really known me, you would know who my Father is. From now on, you do know him and have seen him." Now, listen, so many people who do not know Jesus and his kindness and his love and his compassion see this as a statement of the exclusivity of the Christian faith. Jesus says, "I am the only way. Nobody can get to God except through me." And people say, that's horrible, that's terrible, that's awful and terrible. Back in those times, many of you have heard me say this, back in those times, for the Torah-observant Jews that the disciples were, yes, they were Jewish, they were not Christians. Christianity, that term was not invented until many years later. For them, they understood to have a right relationship with God, you need to follow 10 commandments. And at that time, those 10 commandments had exploded to 613 different commandments, rules, regulations that you needed to keep to the letter to maintain a right relationship with God. And here Jesus comes along. He says, you just got to believe in me. What? Just believe in you. We already believe in you. We like you. We love you. You're our friend. That's it. Can you imagine the joy? Can you imagine the ebullience? Can you imagine the happiness that these fellas would experience? Are you kidding me? That's all we have to do is believe in you. When you understand the culture and the mores, what these guys were going through, you can see how unbelievably life-giving Jesus saying, "I am the way," is. Guess what? It's still the same for you and I today. It is still meant in the spirit of including everyone. All you have to do is believe in me with your whole heart, whole mind, whole soul, and I'll take it from there, folks. Hey, tomorrow's preaching day. Get yourself into a real live church. If you're in Lancaster County, you got no place to go, come down to the Willow. We're going to be celebrating communion as a whole church, and it's going to be fantastic. Pastor Bob with another Daily Bible Reading Insight coming to you from West Willow satellite headquarters in my house. We'll see you tomorrow.